I've always been such that I run from designer bags or designer anything designer just because I feel it's way above my reach. Yes, there are some that are high end, there are also mid-range with designer brand, and sometimes you get a steal when you search very well and you're patient. So this video is for you if you feel like designer bag is not within your reach and you feel like designer is not within your tax bracket, but you still want it. I want to know how to score them for a less. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Magdalene. On this channel I'll talk about fashion, travel and lifestyle, and I do believe if you look good you feel your best. So let's get into this video. So I started my designer journey last year when I got my first AdSense payout, not from my YouTube channel anyway, but for my blog. I went into the Real and I just bought a Michael Kors bag for a very cheap price. I was shocked myself. Michael Kors bag is actually a mid-range designer brand that you can still get within the range of 100 plus to 300 up to 500. It depends on what you're looking for and what you like when it comes to Michael Kors. You can even get way cheaper if the item goes on sale, but that's what the tips I'm going to talk about. So yeah, I was shocked to my bones. I was like, all this while I could pay $50 to buy something on Shein, and I've been wondering why the hell I was able to get a Michael Kors bag on sale with a discount code for about $35. I was in shock. So and I said going back to check for more designer pieces to get and try different things, and these are the tips I want to talk about. And these tips have helped me to realize that designer things can be actually affordable if you go with these tips, and also you make sure you stick within your tax bracket, because you know if you go high end, just what I talk about when you're shopping for designer items and you want to get them for way less is to check out the thrift store. These thrift stores have some hidden gems within them. I've been talking about it on this channel that when you're shopping thrift, sometimes you can get designer pieces if you're patient. So if you want to score designer pieces, especially designer bags, check out your thrift store. So there's this thrift store I've been stalking on Instagram. They have nice pieces, and I've been stalking a whole lot of them to be able to know what to look out for, to be sure that I'm getting the right designer pieces. And I got this Coach bag. I've always loved Coach. Like my love for Coach bag, I don't know where it came from. Maybe because of I love it for the fact that their Coach tabby is really popular. So anyway, this is my own. I went for a vintage Coach bag, and you can see really nice and beautiful. It is well used, it's pre-loved, it is not badly used. So when it comes to shopping for thrift, you have to look at the condition of the items and also to check for authentication. So you need to know what to look out for when you're searching for them. So if you're quite new, you may not know, but towards the end of the video I will tell you how to start when you're new. So this is a bag I got from a thrift store, and I'm very glad I got it. It's very unique to taste handbag. It is very affordable. This is about $10. Yes, this is about $10 if I convert it to USD. Very affordable. This bag is unique and chic. It can fit in a lot. This is very nice to taste handbag, and this is a designer brand that is very popular. So yes, I'm getting the designer for a steal. And I've realized that many of all these vintage old Coach bags are actually always falling into the thrift store. So check your local thrift store. You may be able to get nice tips to look out for when you are shopping from all these thrift store. Ensure you check for wear on the item. So this one, you will know it is mildly worn. This is not, it is now slouchy. Check if you'll be okay with the fact that it's slouchy. Check for defaults, check for the zipper, check whether the threads are already falling apart. If you go in store, into thrift store, you have more time to check all this. Then if you're going to be shopping online, ask for more pictures so you'll be able to see all those wear and tear, to see whether you still want to get them. Don't be sold by the fact that it's cheap. Pay attention to all those details, whether it is stained beyond repair. Because I have a bag I also got from a thrift store, and at this now I'm really disappointed about the fact that it is stained, but it does the rush of the fact that it is very affordable, and I went for the bag. So other thrift stores that you could go to when it comes to authenticity, because when you're new to shopping designer bag, you may not really know what to check out for, what to look out for. If you're new to shopping designer pieces, I would highly recommend you check out this thrift store like the Real. That is where I got my first two designer bag, the Michael Kors bag and this Kate Spade bag. You can see I like it. It's a very nice, cute Kate Spade bag. Problem I have with this bag is that during the shopping, like I said, I didn't pay attention to the fact that it has a stain here. Don't know if you guys can see that stain. Is something that I cannot remove in years. I didn't pay attention to the stains. I was just so quick to get it. You can see. So that's one thing about shopping thrift store. Pay attention. And one thing about the review, they actually state the condition, whether it is good, moderate, excellent condition, pristine condition. Pay attention to that. And then I think you should check when you're shopping. You should check buy from the excellent and the pristine, because others, if you do get them, you have to look at all these details, because they actually do snap it on the review for you to see that this thing has other defects that you have to pay attention to. But you know, that initial rush, I didn't pay attention to it. Then fashion file, the girlies go to fashion file. There is pre-loved for Farfetch. Farfetch also have a pre-loved option. There's Coach Vintage. The many of all these high-end brands already have the vintage, because they realize there's more to be earned from bringing out their archive pieces, their vintage pieces. You can also get budget-friendly options, so if you check very well from all these pre-loved pieces. So yes, that's one of the best places to get designer bags. To note when it comes to shopping designer bags is to make sure that you don't shop classic colors. Classic colors are the first things that sell out when it comes to all these pieces. For example, if a brand rolls out their bags, especially designer brands rolls out their bag, the colors that people would practically gravitate to, that will sell out fast and that will be more expensive, are the classic colors like the black, the browns, and all that. So most times the colors that people really go to are the peach, the red, the green. All those colors that people really go to, because you have to style it in a particular way. People just want a one and done bag that I just carry and I'm ready to go. So if you can avoid all these classic colors, I actually saw a peach Charles and Kate bag on a thrift store, and I had to pass on it because I don't know how I'm going to incorporate it into my current wardrobe. I don't wear anything peach, so it's going to just be sitting in my closet. It's affordable, but it's still going to be sitting in my closet. The same way other people see that these colors are colors that people really wear. People actually shy away from color when it comes to designer bags, because how will you style it? If you have like a yellow designer bag, for example, I only wear this when I have a look that will go with yellow, or I just want to add a pop of color to my look. But if not, I will gravitate towards this Coach bag that is giving me brownish tone. This is more like a classic brown color, though it is printed. Or I will go for a black bag, because that's just easy to one and done, easy to just go out. So if you want to shop for designer brand for way less, and you don't mind having all these colors introduced in your clothes, especially if you're a minimalist or you don't mind a pop of color in your outfit, yes, you could go for those colors, because they're always going to sales and they're always cheaper. And that's the thing, people really go for those colors. So when those designer brands are doing clearance sales, or they are doing sales of any sort, those other colors actually do fall into sales. So that's one thing. When you're new to shopping designer brands or designer bags, go for colors that are there. Go for vibrant colors, because you may, or you have higher chances of seeing them going into sales. And you get, when shopping designer brand, is to always shop for sales, check for sales. So if you have items on your designer wish list, go for sales to get it. You always get 70-50% off. It depends. Many of the girlies or fashion girlies always shop all these designer pieces on sale, because why pay full prices? So when these brands are doing clearance sales, New Year sales, the Valentine's sales and all that, stock them for all these pieces. You can sign up for their newsletters, so you get notified when the pieces you want go on sale. Even brands like the Real, if you want to do this second-hand parts with like the Real, I always add my items on my obsessed section on my wish list. Whenever those items have a drop in price or there's a sale going on, they will always notify me. When I have a stock credit, last time I got a stock credit of $40, which I would have used, but just like I'm not ready for any international shipping right now. So if you are always receiving their newsletter, you get notified of their stock credits. Sometimes you get notified of sales going on, and that's one way of you getting these designer pieces for way less. Add them to your wish list for the brands. Sign up for the newsletters. Brands you can sign up for when it comes to newsletter or to stock for sales. The list, you can go to sign up for the newsletter for Satire. You can go to Farfetch is also one popular brand, or Maison de Fashion. This one is a UK brand that also have some wide range of mid-range to high-end designer pieces. You can also sign up for their newsletters. They will always notify you when there is a sale. So that's one way to always get designer pieces for way less. So let's get into authentication, because this is the part where you don't want to be sold, like, you don't want to be sold fake and you're carrying new to shopping designer bags, designer clothes and all that, especially designer bag. There are many things you need to look out for. If you're new, you don't really know much about this, I will highly recommend you stock brands that authenticate these things, brands that actually sell authentic products, like the Farfetch, like the List, like Maison de Fashion. All those ones, they've authenticated this product, so you don't have to worry your head about it. Am I getting the original? You will be sure of it. And don't let the price fool you. Many of us are falling into that trap of this thing is pricey enough, it is smashing the retail price, so it is real. No, sometimes these people that sell counterfeit, they try to match up the price to make it seem like it's real. So you may even get pained when you spend more to get something that is fake, that is posed as real. So it's good to go for all these brands that actually already authenticate it. When you are shopping the second-hand pieces, go for brands that actually authenticate this, especially when you are new and upcoming shopping your designer pieces. Go for the real, go for Fashionphile. These ones have already taken their time to check these pieces, authenticate it to be sure that it's good designer pieces, so they will not sell you fake. So those brands are the best option. But if not, if you've gotten familiar with all this, what to check out for, how to know whether the piece is designer, all these tips will always be very handy for you. First thing, pay attention to the detail. Sometimes they may spell the name of the item differently. You may just see a steal maybe on Etsy or on eBay, and you will see that a Prada bag is written as Prado, or written something else, or MS bag, and the spelling or even the fonts they use is different from the way MS does that. And MS does not have, most MS bags don't just go and splash MS in front. They are more like the quite luxury pieces. So when you are seeing a bag, they're writing MS in front, you'll be wondering, is it real? So pay attention to the detail. If I see a bag I love, what I typically do, especially if I see it online and it is not all these brands that I've mentioned, you snap it, you go to Google search and do an image search. Most cases you see that the item will not take you to all these verified stores. It will taking you to some weird places. You'll be wondering where it's coming from. Then you begin to see it. Sometimes the picture you may snap, if it's not real, it'll be taking you to AliExpress, it'll be taking you to Ego Shoes and other dupe stores, and that's when you know that this thing may not be real. So do an image search, compare it with what they have. If it is, for example, you want a Louis Vuitton puzzle bag, there's a Louis Vuitton puzzle bag that I saw from a thrift store that I was so interested in. I was like, this price, this is ridiculous, because I had to check the real price, the retail price of the Louis Vuitton puzzle bag, and finally I'm seeing it for thrift. And this Louis Vuitton puzzle bag has been discontinued, so the price is supposed to be way higher, but somebody's offering it for price that is ridiculously cheap for a Louis Vuitton puzzle bag. So I had to take an image search, look at it, and went to Louis Vuitton site and look at the features that I'm seeing, so you can compare features. These stores, they don't know that if you are more, your search is very, they don't know that you will actually pay attention to the details. So I snapped it different angles and I checked. I realized that this person was ready to sell me a counterfeit, name of the Louis puzzle bag. She went as far as showing me that it was the tag inside the bag shows Louis Vuitton made in Italy, which most of them will be like, this is authentic, it's written Louis Vuitton made in Italy. I'll be so happy to get it. But anyway, it is not. It is Louis Vuitton mini puzzle bag, and the mini puzzle bag, which on the Louis Vuitton side, they are like front and back, they are contrast, they're not the same thing. So authenticity is key. Pay attention to all these details, because you never can tell. Don't be fooled when they actually put the logos of this brand on the products, because sometimes they're trying to dupe you and they want you to fall for it. So authenticity is key. Pay attention to all these key details. Also ensure that you should check for the numbering, or what they call it, labeling. There's some brands like Coach, for example. When you check the bag, it has their label and it gives you some form of serial number So the serial number of this bag is here. Don't know if you guys can see it. So all these bags, this one came with its own serial number. So for some brands, they have serial numbers. So when you're shopping for all these brands and you want to authenticate yourself, check them for serial numbers. So if they are offering you a bag and the serial number is not there, please don't bother. I also saw a Fendi baguette bag that I was in love with. The price was great. It was not cheap, but it was great. But I had to go and check a YouTube video of someone describing what to look out for a Fendi Roma bag. That's when I realized that that baguette they're about to sell for me the same thing. I also went as far as comparing with the real Fendi website, similar that even though they claim it's vintage, and I realized that I'm being sold counterfeit. So these are the tips you have to pay attention to. Check for authenticity, pay attention to the details you may miss, compare with the original website, and also if you must and you don't want to worry your head, always go to brands that are already authenticated, so you know you are getting the real deal. So guys, if you like this video, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. See you another time. Bye guys.